doesn't get any bigger than what you're about to witness on TNT and WCW's own Monday Nitro. A quick word to log on to WCW.com and click on WCW Gear. A brand new look at our merchandise website where you get the latest official merchandise worn by your favorite WCW superstar. That's only on WCW.com. And now, the drama unfolds for the great wrestling fans watching on around the world. And for this capacity crowd here in the Idaho Center in Boise, where Kevin Nash, Sid Vicious, the DFG, the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner come to the ring. And Brain, there's been a lot of questions about the alliance with Sid Vicious and Kevin Nash. Not too long ago, they seemed to be at each other's throats, but together, along with Rick Steiner, they make up three of the most dangerous, most talented, biggest men in our sport.
Well, take Kevin Nash at 7 feet tall. He's cool, calm, collected. He's always in charge of what he does. Sid Vicious, 6'9", 6'10". He should be put in a mental institution. He's crazy. Steiner, this man is just dangerous. You saw what he did to Scott Hudson. These are three very, very dangerous human beings walking this earth.
And what's at stake here? If Sting, Hollywood Hogan, and Goldberg can win the six-man tag, then Kevin Nash not only gets a shot at the world title, which we already do, in Sturgis Saturday night, but he will, in effect, put his career on the line in that match as well. So, call your friends, get your sodas, sit down in front of your big screen. When we come back, Sting, Goldberg, and Hogan come out. They are standing in the aisleways. They're standing along the back row. Anywhere. Concession workers are coming out. People who run the merchandise stands are trying to find a spot to watch this one. And the very best seat in the entire world is the one that you have at home. Here he is. The man who really did the right thing this past week. In a meeting this week and a follow-up meeting this weekend, he had won the control of WCW, the presidency, if you will. But he gave it back to the executive committee to name a new president, which I understand they will do. And then J.J. Dillon puts Dusty Rhodes in charge of the championship committee. Sting, a champion through and through, with or without a belt, in the ring, teaming with two of the biggest stars of the 90s, who'll be coming out here in just a few moments.
Well, you can't pick a winner here. It can go either way, real quick or awful long.
Megadeth's Crush 'em rings out.
Imagine the team. Imagine the team of Hogan, Goldberg, and that man right there, the Stinger. The man's on his way.
In the past 2 years, not even 2 years, since September of 1997, Goldberg has changed the face of pro wrestling. The win streak, the domination, the power. Go ahead, Brian.
The other day, Bill Clinton sent special word to WCW. He wanted to play golf with Goldberg. So Goldberg would have another commitment. The President of the United States wants to play golf with this guy.
Everybody wants to be associated part of Goldberg. Impervious to pain, you cannot hurt the man at all.
Everyone here is ready. They're on their feet. Goldberg rules is right.
Now Hollywood Hogan has come out to complete this superstar trio. This is going to be a collision of epic proportions. Not only so much on the line, when you talk about being in the main event on WCW Monday Nitro. Brain,
just watching. Steiner's down there on the floor.
Do you hear what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's the old.
Yes, it is. What are we? What? My God!
He is back!
Hulk Hogan is back!
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen him in that yellow.
Look at him standing! Many of them wearing yellow.
The red and yellow's back!
It's Hulk again! Ladies and gentlemen, on this night, Monday, August 9th, 1999, Hulk Mania has walked back into your living room.
It's just the beginning of another era right now. I can feel it.
I can't hear you. The fans are too loud.
Can you hear me, Tony?
What?
I can't hear you either.
Let's just listen.
What an entrance.
He's American made. That's the song that took us by surprise. That took us aback. But as I live and breathe, Hulk Hogan is back, looking better than ever before.
I remember what happened last week, Tony. Nash took Hogan, put him right through this table.
Yeah.
It could happen again.
Yeah.
Get ready to move.
That's Hulk Hogan. You're talking about an adrenaline rush. Look at him standing in the background there.
Boy, like you said, concessionaires, everybody, parking lot attendants. Boise's home, the finest police are right here. Everyone is watching.
You know, you talked about the mind games, the intensity. Hulk Hogan has played the biggest mind game of them all. Donning the colors that made him the megastar that brought him to WCW back in 1994.
As long as I've been around, and him and I do not get along at all. You know that. But this is probably the biggest star in the history of our sport right now.
In July of that year, Hogan defeated Flair at Bash of the Beach of 94 to win the world title.
And listen to him, Tony. Listen to him.
This is his 6th title reign. And you're talking about a man in control right now. Let's see what happens. Yes. There's something, it's an intangible, Bobby Heenan. You can't put your finger on it. But there is a power, an aura that emanates from this man when you see him in the traditional Hulk Hogan colors.
Like nobody else.
It jacks up a crowd. It juices up his opponents. It fires up a nation. And we are all witnessing it. And I'm darn proud to be here, a part of it. There's the big foot. Elbow drop.
2 elbow drops. 3.
How about 4? Now, listen to fans. They're right with him on every punch. And it must be Idaho because that's a handful of taters right there. Hogan. No.
Hogan seems different when he puts on the yellow, don't he? The trunks, the boots, the ovation from the people. He's different. He is different.
Yeah, it's like Cork Kent going into a phone booth and coming out super Hulk Hogan. He is unstoppable. He's got them all. Listen to the fans. Complete Hulk Hogan domination.
Well, it's time for them to regroup now, get their strategy together, and think, what are we going to do now with Hogan?
You know, we walked out here earlier tonight, and there was a sign to our right that said thought, yeah, wouldn't that be great? But never, in my wildest dreams, in our wildest dreams, of loving pro wrestling, of following this sport through all the years, did we ever think that Hulk Hogan would come back to us 5 days before he puts his career on the line against Kevin Nash?
Now, you don't see this often. You don't see Nash standing on the floor with his hands on his hip, wondering, thinking, what's going on? Look at the eyes on Nash. He's concerned. And look at the eyes on Hogan. He knows what to do.
Think about it. You're Hulk Hogan. You are the man in pro wrestling. And you can reach out and you can tag in a Sting or a Goldberg. What kind of superhuman team do you got there?
Here we go. Nothing fancy about this guy.
Now look at those eyes. He remembers the taser gun. He remembers Starrcade, 1998, the MCI Center. And Kevin Nash got home, stopping that win streak. But Nash backs down from no one.
I still believe he would still be undefeated had that not happened.
Yes. This place is coming unglued.
That is just sheer strength right there.
Rick Steiner hammers him from behind. And those two, Steiner and Goldberg, will go at it. You know, we've been so enthralled in Hulk Hogan's return. I guess we've not given their opponents their due. But you've got Sid Vicious in there, who's a giant killer in his own right, a giant of a man. And the fans have wanted to see this. The man who calls himself the Millennium Man meets the Incredible Man.
Look at this. Oh! One hand! Slam Sid Vicious!
Over the past few weeks, Sid Vicious has made a point to consider himself the man that will lead pro wrestling into the next millennium. Well, here's the man who has led WCW through thick and thin. Sting. Low blow there, but Sting does not stop. Here he comes.
Oh! Airborne all the way across.
Oh, this is wonderful.
I love this. Sting on top.
We're having a great time. Oh, boy. And just when you think the momentum is at an all-time high, cannot be derailed, one simple move, knees up from Sid Vicious to stop it.
But Tony, you've got 6 of the best in the world in there.
Yes, you do. And that's what I was talking about. We were so enthralled with Hogan. We maybe overlooked, and we shouldn't have, Nash. Side slam and a 2. Oh, what an amazing night.
What is Sturgis going to be like? Think of that. Careers on the line. Very important, very intense match.
And the atmosphere here at the Idaho Center, electric. And that's a mild statement. It's unbelievable. We're feeling it. Look, look at the top turnbuckle has been exposed. Johnny Boone, the referee, keeping Nash and Sting away from that turnbuckle. Oh, but he got sandwiched.
And right after they got into the ring during commercial break, I saw Steiner take his wire clippers out and cut the turnbuckle loose.
Sting is now using that exposed steel against the back of Kevin Nash. Oh, Steiner's got a chair. The referee down. Spear City. Oh boy. He whacked Goldberg in the back and it brought him down. Hogan's got the chair. Hulk Hogan.
Oh, what is Sturgis going to be like, Tony?
He whacked him.
Tony. We don't find out right now what's going on. I bet we're going to find out and know something tomorrow on Nitro about Hogan and the situation.
One would hope that we can gather up the facts and he laid, let's call it like we see, he laid down for Sting. He laid down, he went up and he apparently told Sting what he was going to do, and I can't believe it, laid right down for him. Well,
let's go on to this now.
We need to, because there's been so much, and rightfully so, build up between this collision, between these two men, and it took a very vicious, if I can use that term, a nasty turn here tonight. And now Vicious is in the ring, and you can see above the left eye, you can see where the injury was. He has been stitched up, and he said, he screamed out, he said, let it bleed. And then when Tenay talked to Goldberg, it seemed like Goldberg was even angrier now than he was when he attacked Sid Vicious before the match even started here tonight.
Sid Vicious, the United States heavyweight champion, has the option. He didn't have to come out here right now, but he did. He didn't have to come out to defend the title, but he did. Let's see what's going to happen.
Gets his intro, and they're standing for the unmistakable music of a man who will try to put an end to all the talk about the Millennium Man, all the talk about the streak, to procure the United States Championship from Big Sid Vicious.
Like I said, he had the option, but he came out here to fight. That tells you that's a man in those big black boots.
There's a feeling in this arena as never before as they wait for Goldberg and Sid to finally, they've hit each other, we've seen it, but finally with a bell to hook it up here tonight as we look outside of the dressing room of the one and only Goldberg. He almost walked right through that steel door that time, Ray.
Almost took it off the hinges. Las Vegas finest.
He's made the long walk many, many times through his remarkable two-year career, but never before has he walked into a ring where the man he'll face is very much, in many ways, his equal as far as strength, as far as intensity. But the thing about this match tonight that makes it different than any other is what happened before and how the incident that opened up the forehead of Sid Vicious has lit a fire under Sid Vicious like we've never seen.
And we can see it from our vantage point right here. He's not down on one knee. He's not sitting on that turnbuckle. He's pacing like a caged animal. He's got about 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches it looks over that eye, and he just pacing back and forth, back and forth. He wants Goldberg. He wants him in the ring now, tonight. It's going to be great.
Got to give Mike today a lot of credit. He asked a very difficult question about making a mistake. And we know how volatile Goldberg has been since Monday, and it would be very easy for Goldberg just to snap on today. But today asked the right question, and Goldberg said, hey, I'm ready. I am more ready than I've ever been. And here they come, the police ushering in Goldberg.
I don't think this town has enough police to keep these two apart. Look at Sid. I can watch Sid from here. He's taking a couple more steps closer to the rope. Walking out to meet Goldberg. These two big men are ready to fight. You know, Goldberg ain't gonna back away from anybody.
He used the right term there, Brain. I think what we're going to see is a fight. A fight that has been months and months and months in the making.
I mean, this man, Vicious, was attacked by Goldberg. Goldberg has every right to go to the power and me and say, hey, I can't wrestle tonight. I was jumped. I was jumped.
What's this?
Oh, that's Scott Hall.
Scott Hall! And Kevin Nash, the Outsiders. Remember Monday, they were looking all over Goldberg. They never found him, and now they found him.
They knew where he'd be on his way to the ring.
Absolutely. The two men who were thrown out of the building on Monday have found Goldberg, and now they attack Goldberg even before the man could get to the ring. And very wisely, Sid Vicious waits in the ring.
But Goldberg gets to his feet. He's got a doubleheader on his hands tonight.
He turns around, he looks at the two men who ended his win streak back last December. The outsiders, and he turns around and he feels the wrath of a man he must face here tonight. And here it goes.
Sid is taking over. And like I said and you said, this is going to be a fight.
Mickey J, the referee, would be advised to just let this thing go.
Now most men would cower from Goldberg. Look at Sid, he's pulling him back to the ring.
The fans are with Goldberg and Sid on every punch. 6'8" in the front row almost as he held his balance. Look at this pickup. With ease, he picks up a man that size.
Let's just watch this. What can you really say?
What can you say? I mean, you're seeing what's happening here, fans.
Two of the biggest names in wrestling history going at it right in front of us right now.
And we're only screaming because just like you, we're loving every bit of it. Look at this. Little taunting by Goldberg. Goldberg is homing in on the point of destruction earlier tonight.
Well, look at Sid. He's jawing at him. He's telling him, come on, come on. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. That's what he's doing.
The gloved hand. I'm not so sure.
But look at Vicious. Gets to his feet. He's popped wide open.
Shaking it off, isn't he? There's any doubt that Sid Vicious is a man's man. You're seeing it here. And Sid Vicious has been opened up again.
Look, he's still fighting Goldberg back. There's a lot of fight left in Sid Vicious.
He backhanded it.
You're making it over our way, Tony.
Vicious is a bloody mess.
He certainly is.
And that's putting it kindly.
I just can't get over it. How can you stop Sid Vicious? How can you stop Goldberg?
Look at him. Look at Sid Vicious go.
He's beside himself now. He don't know where he's at.
With every ounce of strength that he's got, he's fighting Goldberg. Sid's Goldberg in. Big fight. Unbelievable.
Look at Sid. Look at Sid. The average wrestler would be unconscious. The above average wrestler would be on his way to the hospital. But now Sid Vicious, not Goldberg. Sid is still going in it. And he's been opened up for what, 2 hours now?
Obviously, with the chant of Goldberg, the fans want Goldberg to get back into it. And would you believe, and look at the wrist taped up and the red on the wristbands. Can you believe that Sid Vicious can even have this hold on?
And he's not giving up. Goldberg is not giving up. Look at the eyes on Vicious. Look at those eyes. Those aren't the eyes of a normal man. Those are the eyes of a deranged man, a sick man.
Here comes Goldberg. He's back up. Out of the camel clutch, Goldberg rises to his feet. Tries to win the U.S. title, but no, Sid Vicious out in 2.
Well, you gotta have some respect for these two. Like them or not.
You know that not only is it got to be draining his reserve, this massive cut on his head, his energy, but it's blinding the man as well.
You think he'd be getting weaker? Look,
yeah, right.
He popped up to his knees.
He got to his knees. There's a time the top wrestlers in WCW got to pull the plug on the pain.
He can't last much longer.
He's fighting on his knees.
Busted wide open, fighting on his knees. Think of what you just said.
Not only is he fighting on his knees, he's fighting Goldberg on his knees. Think about that. The superhuman Goldberg.
Well, they're in the same league right now, pal. The same league.
This has gone way beyond the realm of just a regular wrestling match. This is a fight for survival. The animosity runs so deep, that is an understatement, I know. It's hatred. And Goldberg, look at the scowl on his face.
And he's got up. He's gotten to his feet. He must have lost a quart of blood, Tony.
Oh, he's into the turn. But go down. Did you notice Goldberg just looked down slowly at Vicious, turned to the referee, looked, covers him, and still can't keep him down?
Can't keep him down. Listen to Goldberg breathe. Listen to him snort.
I think Goldberg's looking at the referee as one as much of disbelief as anything else. It has to be here when we borrow the term Garden Soli, because there is no question that Sid Vicious is a crimson man.
Look at this! Can you believe it, Shivani?
This is a superhuman effort by both men.
He gets back up!
And he goes back down.
And he gets back up!
This is the damnedest thing I've ever seen in a pay-per-view telecast or in any WCW match. The point of contact, the point of attack has been the head.
That's what you want. Sid, he keeps looking at him eye to eye. Look at that man.
He's back
man
up.
with a capital M.
He's back up, and there's a lot of steam in those right hands, too, seemingly. Goldberg just fends him off and hammers him. Where you at is what the referee's saying here. Where he's down to his knees. The referee keeps asking, and he said, where you at? Do you want to quit? Sid said no.
I can hear him. You want to quit? I can't even repeat what I heard Sid say. He didn't quit. Sid never quit.
But the referee is stopping this because of too much blood. Goldberg gets his hand raised, and Goldberg is going to become the U.S. heavyweight champion. Sid Vicious is getting to his feet again. Rick Steiner's coming in to try.
Oh, he wants Steiner to get out of it. He still wants to fight Goldberg. Come on, give me more. Is that all you got? Listen to him.
You know, I wanted to see it go on, but I think Mickey J made the right call.
Sid never said no. He never said he gave up. He cursed Mickey J when he asked if he wanted to give up.
There it is. Hold on, we got to get the officials here.
Due to the severity of the cut on the head of Sid Vicious, referee Mickey J has stopped the match. The winner and new WCW United States Heavyweight Champion, Goldberg!
What a match! What a fight!
All right, back into the arena now, and the comment you heard right there from Sid Vicious. One of the things that, probably the determining thing that makes this match so great. A couple of things here. You've got two of the biggest, the strongest, and the most fearless men in all of WCW going at it one-on-one. You got an I Quit match, but through all of that, you've got two men who just won't quit. We know that, and that's what makes this match so intriguing.
Well, you think Goldberg would quit?
No.
You think Vicious will quit?
No, that's what I just
Then
said.
we got a heck of a match on our hands.
You saw some of what happened at Halloween Havoc when Sid Vicious was opened up.
Opened up.
When he was
wide open,
bleeding profusely, and the only way that the match ended and Goldberg won that U.S. title was that Sid could not continue, so said the referee.
But he never quit. The referee stopped that match. Vicious kept on fighting. He kept on going to the man, Goldberg.
The rules are very simple. The only way to win is get your opponent to give up or say, I quit. The referee will be checking continuous
sleeping bag, Tony?
I'm ready to go the distance.
We could be here all night. Maybe till spring. I don't see either quitting.
The long trademark walk of Goldberg from locker room to ring. And they await here on the arena floor at the Air Canada Center, Goldberg's arrival. The man. And you see the sign? Here he is.
He's getting himself ready, Tony.
He is an awesome and intimidating sight. The man standing in the ring has no fear as well.
Two men, that side, in one ring, no fear. You can't pick a winner. Mayhem, it's gonna be.
Yeah, this match represents what the term mayhem means. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Bell sounds already. The Giants slug it out. And they are Giants.
This is like your Super Bowl, like your World Series. Stanley Cup is right here.
Look at this pickup.
And look at Sid, he gets right up.
Then he goes right back down. Goldberg picked up a man at 6'8", over 300 pounds of ease. The big man got back up. They're on the outside, and here they go. It is I quit.
You might as well take the ring down. They'll probably never be in it.
Hammering. Oh, with this leap, forearm chops and blows. I think you can safely say that Goldberg is in charge here now, Brain. Got the offense going his way.
Well, you're right about that, but Goldberg can pound on you all day long, and most men submit, most men quit, most men are out cold. This man here, Sid Vicious, does not stop. Look at this. He keeps coming at Goldberg, toe to toe. He'll stand there and fight you any day.
Goldberg clutch is applied. This is a submission hold. And how about that pickup and drive from Sid Vicious to Goldberg? I'm sure you're going to see a lot of submission holds before this thing is over with. The spear and the jackhammer, Goldberg's favorite maneuvers, will help out in trying to wear the man down, but will have no bearing nor impact on the outcome of this thing. It's an I quit match.
No one will quit. I can't see anybody giving up. They're too tough. But you know the human body can only take so much.
Then again, the human body as we know it is nothing like what we're seeing in the ring.
They're not human.
No. Sid just hammering. How about this? Goldberg gets hammered all the way to the canvas.
He's down. You haven't seen him go down like that often, have you?
And Mickey J went in and said, do you quit? And Goldberg said no, and almost kind of took a swing at Mickey J right there.
Sid will take control.
We got a lot of fans cheering on Goldberg, many chanting Sid's name here as well. Oh my. The big Sid Vicious choke slam on Goldberg. What a move. And Goldberg fell hard.
He's going to do it again.
Oh, is he ever?
He's going to try to do it again to him if he can. Sid's smart. He knows Goldberg wasn't beatable, so he's going to do it again.
2 times in a row. Who would have ever thought you would see that happen to Bill Goldberg? Mickey J checks to see if he quits.
That's a choke. Come on, Sid. Come on, Sid. Off the throne. Last game. Last game. Last game.
He does not quit. Now Goldberg hits it. Now,
Out of desperation. He's in command.
The arm that time of Sid Vicious, he was in a lot of pain because he had the head scissors on it, pulling up on the arm, could be dislocated. Did you notice the way he was holding that arm brain?
Yeah.
That could be an injury that we have to watch out for in the remaining moments of this matchup.
But you can't favor an injury in a match like this. You cannot let your opponent know you are wounded.
Yeah, but the opponent may know, because that hold by Goldberg was designed to damage that shoulder and that arm. It may have done just that. So there it is again. The right arm, you can see, clenched tight up against the side, resting on the quadriceps that time, holding with the other hand. That right shoulder's hurt. That arm could be dislocated. Could be an AC separation of the collarbone. It could be even a break.
You're right about that. Sid is hurt right now. Goldberg has him hurt.
You want to quit, Sid? He's shaking his head now, and we're going on. Everything we thought it would be as far as a physical battle is concerned. And right now, I think Sid Vicious is catching a break here from Goldberg, because he does not have that bad arm hook. He's got the other arm hooked here.
You know, the average man would have given up 5 minutes ago.
Goldberg clutch.
How much more can Vicious take? He's going to have to give up.
Hold on. The bell sounds.
I never saw him give up.
I didn't see him give up either. I think he's out cold.
He's unconscious.
That's exactly, look at this. He is face first as Goldberg is the winner.
But he didn't twist.
No, he did not, but he's unconscious. He passed out in that hold from Goldberg, and the referee had no alternative but to give the match to Goldberg.
Can you imagine being in so much pain that you won't give up, but you black out, you go unconscious? Shows you the pain the man was in, but still he's tough enough not to give up, not to say I quit. He'd rather go in unconsciousness than quit.
Goldberg asking the questions right now, thinking you're explaining what we already know, that Sid Vicious is unconscious. He would have died first before giving up.